for ye who is a Rastafarian. We're looking at Rastafarianism this morning. Good to have you in the studio. Ja Rastafari, Selassie, Oh, I have to put it here. Okay. Good to have you in the studio. Introduce yourself to us.
Muslim Sedu Inosa. I'm a public servant and a theologian from Central University College, School of Theology and Missions, Dansuma campus.
You are AKA Ja Weissman. We're happy to have you in the studio this morning.
I'm also happy to be here.
Right. So we're looking at a very important subject. I mean, Rastafarianism. Give us a background of the concept of Rastafarianism.
My sister, point of correction, you know, there is nothing like Rastafarianism because it is Rastafari.
Okay, Rastafari.
Anytime you add hisism to Rastafari, then you want to create your own or develop your own concept of philosophy so that you can define Rasta in your own opinion. Rastafari is the name of a man who was crowned before 72 nations on 2nd November 1930 in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church by the Archbishop Abuna Basilios in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Trinity, Emperor Haile Selassie I. So Rastafari is the name of a man.
All right, so I should say Rasta. I should say what?
Rastafari.
Rastafari. No, Rastafarianism.
No, when you want to create your own concept of philosophy to define who we are.
So what is the concept that defines who you are?
Rastafari is a way of life which is pure, original, and natural. And it embodies the faith in the teachings of Emperor Haile Selassie I, who is an Ethiopian Orthodox Christian and the defender of his church.
You said it's pure, it is original, and it is natural.
Yeah, it is pure.
Highlight on these three.
Yeah, it is pure because it was given to us direct, according to the book of Acts chapter 8, verse 29 to 30, verse 26 to 39. By Jesus Christ himself through Apostle Philip when he sent him to meet one Ethiopian Enoch when he was coming from pilgrimage in the holy city Jerusalem, and he was baptized. So Rastafari is not a concept. It's very original because it was given to us direct. That is why we call our church the Orthodox Church. True teachings, direct teachings, and it is pure because it's a life of holiness. You know, we live in purity, and it is natural because we identify ourselves with nature, and it's not ideology. It's not.
So it's a religion.
Theology. It's not a religion per se. It's a way of life that we live. You see, to reveal the attitude and the character of Christ in His cleaning character as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion from the tribe of Judah.
And the honor of the day of accountability. So where do we categorize you? Are you Christians? You are?
We are Orthodox Christians. Right?
What does that mean?
When we talk about Christianity, there is two forms of Christianity. There is Christianity from the Western Hemisphere, and there is Christianity from Ethiopian angle. When you read the book of Psalms, Psalm 68, verse 31, the Bible says that the princess shall come to Egypt, and Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hands unto God. This is a biblical prophecy that black people will have encounter with God in the future, right? And this encounter was established when Queen Sheba of Ethiopia, because of her love for knowledge, visited King Solomon in the holy city, Jerusalem. And King Solomon was able to personify God in reality through his character and attitude. And Queen Sheba adopted the God of Solomon. That was when Ethiopia became Christians in the Old Testament. And the word Ethiopia, biblically, is a term which represents a nation and a race. Because the first nation to be mentioned in the scriptures is Ethiopia, when God was describing the Garden of Eden and talk about a river that passed through River Gihon, which passes through Ethiopia. So Ethiopia was the first nation to be mentioned in the scriptures, and it's a nation. And at the same time, it represents a race, because the Greek used to call us Ethiopians because we are burning skin. So the word Ethiopia represents black people everywhere. You see, and we have our own Christianity, which is Orthodox, given to us. You see, Christianity was thriving in Ethiopia 400 years before the first European heard about Christ.
Right.
You know, but he didn't come to West Africa because of the Sahara Desert and went to Europe. Right? And it came back to us the people in West Africa, from the Western Hemisphere. So we always see Christianity to be a foreign religion. It is never true. According to the Christian history, it was the Roman Catholic Empire under the Constantine which adopted Christianity in 313 AD as a state religion and infused with their culture of paganism and introduced to the people of West Africa. By Christianity was given to us direct from Jerusalem. So we are Christian biblically, way back before the first European heard about the name of Christ.
All right, so you believe in God, the Most High. Who is your God?
You see,
where do you place Haile Selassie and where do you place...
When we talk about God,
okay,
every race of people, right, has their own concept and idea about God. But there is one true God. So Muslims has their God. The Western Christians has their God. Hindu has their God. Buddhists has their God. But there is one supreme God, right, which is the true God. And that is the one that we are talking about.
So you have the truest God?
Yes.
Okay.
Because our church came direct from Jerusalem, from the Jewish tradition. And as the Jewish concept of God is the king of Israel is the God of Israel.
Okay.
So is the king of Ethiopia, the God of Ethiopians. We shouldn't forget that Emperor Haile Selassie sat on the throne that perpetrated direct from King Solomon's dynasty because of the union between Queen Solomon and Queen Sheba. And he sat on the direct throne. That is why he was given the title the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, because his loyalty and his kingship came from the church, because he was coronated in the church. And the whole world was there in 1930.
When that happened.
2nd November.
So that means that you see him as a reflection of God.
Emperor Haile Selassie biblically,
who lived the legacy and the lifestyle that creates the aura of God around him. So you see him as your God.
When we say God, God does not reveal himself through outward experiences, but God reveals himself through inner experience. So in the concept of in the liberty of Rastafari, you see, biblically, Emperor Haile Selassie was crowned in the church by the Archbishop, right? And he personified Christ in his king character as the embodiment of God in human form, so that we can relate with God as a human. Because
so just the way the Christians see Jesus Christ, that is how you see him.
When we talk about Emperor Haile Selassie, we are referring to Christ in his king character. As he said, he will come again in a new name as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the conquering lion from the tribe of Judah.
So that means that Haile Selassie was the one that Jesus Christ says he was going to come.
You see?
So you see the reflection of Christ in him.
Yes.
He is the God. He is the prophet that was supposed to come
personified. Is the embodiment of God, because we need to personify God so we can relate with him.
Okay.
Right? Other than that, if you say your God, is your God a? Is he a wind? How do we relate with him? And all the attributes of God are human attributes. That is why the living God incarnated in the personality of Christ, so that we know God direct by ourselves and learn his ways from him, so that we can live by the way he wants us to be. Okay. So we must always try to see God as one of us, because God speaks, God eats, God can get hungry. And so all attributes just telling us that the living God is a mightier. The living God the mightier God is a living man. So we must always try to see God in the personification of man, so that we can relate with him.
To God.
Like Abraham said it. Like the Bible says, Abraham walked with God. Abraham was a friend with God. How does Abraham become a friend with God if God was a wind? You see, because he personified the word of God. Because God is his word. Right? So he personified the word of God as his friend. He talked to the word of God. He walked with the God. Or he take advice from the word of God. That's why he said Abraham was a friend to God. So you must always try to personify God in human attributes, so that we can relate to him.
So that is your belief.
I don't know.
So give us
this is not belief, it's a reality. Because you can't talk about a God that you don't know. You can't talk about God that you can't describe. But God said he created man in his own image and likeness. So God cannot be any other thing than man. And he who knows himself knows his God. Because only a God of your kind can save you.
Okay.
It's very, very important in Christianity. So it's like when we talk about Christ, we try to see Christ, as the Bible stated, as a black man, because it has a conceptual effect on your mind as a human being. That when you wake up early in the morning and you're a Christian, you're talking about Christ. How do you see Christ? Do you see Christ as the one given to us as a white person or as a black person? It's very, 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 very important in our faith as a people, because that is the only way that we can relate with him. Because if it's not of our kind, then on judgment they will be partial to us.
All right, so the conversation is getting deeper and interesting, and my good friend Ja Westman is my guest for this morning. He is Rastafari. Rastafarian, I shouldn't say that.
No, I said Rastafari. No,
all right, so what is your opinion about this? He says that it is not a religion, it is a way of life. So that makes it a culture. And so what is your opinion about them? Send us your thoughts, 050-723-7337. Perhaps you have some question for him. All right, so now that you have given us a distinction between, the Christians and Orthodox Christians, which you are, give us a typical way of your worship. How do you worship?
We worship like the way the Christians worship, but we, in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, we don't take, it came from Jerusalem, direct from Abraham faith. So we don't take shoes or slippers into the church.
Prayer centers.
And also we dress mostly like, we wear long gowns with red, gold, green, which is the banner of us as black people. And we cover our hair, but not like the way the Muslims do it, right? Even when you go into the Quran, the Muslims talk about certain Christians that Islam or Muslim people can relate with. And when you look at the way the Quran describes those Christians, it's referring to the Ethiopian Orthodox Christians.
I see.
Right? Yes. So we worship like Christian, but our worship is done in our own culture and tradition.
The
as
teachers
a black
want
people.
to know about it. Do you sing?
Like,
do you sing praises? Do you
we
dance?
do, yeah.
How
We
do you
sing
do
praises. We sing. We take communion with it, but we use African food. We use African clothes. And
Okay.
the red, gold, green is the banner of the church, because there are only two flags in the world: the red, gold, green, and the red, white, and blue. You see, yeah.
All right, so we have a vox pop in relation to what Ghana thinks about Rastafari. I shouldn't say Rastafarian, I'm told. All right, so let's take a look. I can say
Rastafarians,
Rastafarian.
not Rastafarianism.
Okay, so
The ism is what
Rastafari.
we don't attach to Rastafari.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are Rastafarian.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. Big ups to you.
Yeah, Rastafari.
Let's hear what Ghana has to say, what Ghana thinks about Rastafarians. Take a look, we'll be back.
I have the Rastafarians. By something like first year, those time and then get more for Rasta. I showed me, I fly a smoke alone. See, the Rastafari Rasta is smoke. I was going to for Rasta no judge about smoking there. Bojamon, been a cake me smoke, she feel the way the Rastafari or one Rastafari, no fair no dear mason, one but a Rasta anyhow, fairly yo. They feel like I can live. Can shell a fine, shell on fine, or Rasta, Jeno Kun, life. But I got most of Ghana, 100 people, almost more than 40%, I love 50% if you Rasta.
My Rasta say, anytime we are perform with Rasta, I am a fat. What you see better than I'm so much. Me and Rasta feel I quite say, me feel Rasta, who or more. Now I am a fat, now my son, I'm
Actually, for me, it's very like if I see people who really make Rasta. Actually, I believe in Rastafari. That's why I love my hair. And also, I'm a musician. That's why.
The Kenny Rasta, me na keshi ye free. Sometimes I come and feel like a Rasta be bad girl jibu alo ya nuchumo kwenye wobo Kenny be by Rasta jibu a bad bay.
I love my hair because I love Rasta. I can tell, but then I'm okay with my family because my family don't have a problem with that. So I care less about the society. It feels so good having the natural locks, but then I don't work for no one. I'm self-employed. Yes, I'm a designer.
Rastafari is firstly is from creation, you and I. We blacks as an identity, we are Rastafaris. Rastafari is a spiritual movement because there are some kind of set of rules and regulations which govern you, mankind, to what big of your spiritual realm.
Me the Rasta for the mempewo. Many new one who cry and Zimbabwe had the bape. Macatches in Pacho. My friend won't tell Macatches who eat it. Mempecura.
Omutiri Kramishro. The Rasta for the Shromo style. Anyone Mushubani or Muni Bintim, Omodia, Meninja.
My daughter, one of them, she was in a taxi. When a Rastafarian came in, she dropped. She fears them. She's afraid of them. I don't know why. When I heard about Rastafarian and they interviewed one of them, I listened to them. They are very clean people, very neat, but still, I'm not comfortable.
Okoyani Eshan, oui. Mokoya uni le Eshan, oui. Obana yani fame on miniature and cashin, Nakan Bomone is a bad person. The war can quite quality, say mana cashin. Can be you a good marriage, allo bad marriage, manner.
Christopher work back different, Rasta be a different. Why? Because Rasta be a care Bopo Rasta owner. If we're here, you want small Rasta.
Rasta for me, small no trouble. Me talk, I make me, you know me, you're rough, we can be a week, and it is selling what can it be. No, I'm cheap by me.
I wanted us to relate it to.
But we should do one or two things before.
All right, good to have you back on the show. You have heard what Ghanaians think about Rastafarians. Do you think this judgment is actually fair to the Rastafarian? There's somebody to the extent that would have to drop off a vehicle because somebody is wearing locks. There are people who are not employing people because they are wearing locks. There are people who are not allowing their children to marry Rastafarians. And so, well, we're getting back to the discussion. Do you see all these as discrimination?
Well, it is a reality. It is something which is happening. By Rastas, we have developed ourselves to the level that you can't discriminate me if I don't discriminate myself. Right? We know the kind of values that we hold, and we know the kind of people we are. So we don't feel discriminated within the society. I'm a Ghanaian. I school in Ghana. I eat the same food that you eat. You are my sister. I have brothers like you and sisters. So why should you discriminate against me just because I'm Rasta? Biblically, Samuel was a Rasta man, right? Samson was a Rasta man. So Rastafari is a Melchizedek order. It's a Nazareth vow. You see, it's a Christ-like attitude. You see that we have chosen to live in the glorification of God. So it's not any bad thing to be a Rastafarian, right? We are very, very righteous and holy people. Like me sitting here, I'm a public servant, right? And I think I look nice by any standard.
Fantastic.
Right? So why is that you won't allow your daughter to marry me? I'm well educated.
Are you married?
Yes, I have a baby boy, nice baby boy.
You didn't go through that challenge of somebody saying, I won't allow you to marry my daughter.
Well, because of the way I carry myself, when I met my wife, I think the mother, she was a Christian, but she observed me from far, and she never questioned me. The reason why I've locked my head before, because she told me one day that she really prayed about me, and God told her she's all right with me. Because we are not going to be judged by the way we look, by God.
Right.
You see,
we came naked and we go back naked.
Our eyes are very limited.
Right.
So it is very wrong for you to judge somebody just because of the way he appears. It is not scriptured. It is not godly. It is very wrong. We have to judge people by the content of their attitude and their character. That is the only way that we can get good people and work with. I would like to tell Ghanaians to try to engage Rastas in their businesses, going to help them. We are very clean people, very honest people, very loyal people, and we are not corrupt. So if you work with such people, I think it will help you. So
how do you mean you are not corrupt?
You see, we don't put value on money than humanity, because we know the value of life. When God bless you, we add everything to it, right? With inclusive of money. You see, and so we know that. So we first seek Jah, and the rest will be added unto us. So
I love that. Give me that one.
We are not too worried about what we have, because God knows our needs and He always provides them. So we don't handle ourselves with corruption at all. So I think the perception that Ghanaians are holding about Rastas is because of ignorance, and sometimes they need to educate themselves about us. We should be judged by the content of our attitude and our character. We are also Ghanaians, and the Constitution of Ghana guarantees every citizen the right of religion and of faith. So we need to live as one people. We need to tolerate ourselves. Yes, we need to be very tolerant in everything that we do. Because even, I think in the Quran one time, there was somebody who asked Muhammad about concerning that why is not everybody is not Muslim. And God said He had a power to make everybody Muslim, but He has leave us, diversity.
To have our own decision.
Diversity make this world beautiful. Just look at your hand, it's one with different fingers. This make the hand very beautiful. So diversity make the society beautiful.
All right, so we know that, we've heard people say over time that most people who are Rastafarians usually love to smoke the ganja. And that's part of the reason why a lot of people have problems with Rastafarians. I'll come back to you to answer that question, but there are some messages here, and this one is from my fan page, and this person says that, Okay, this is from Mubi in Tamale. He says, some wear locks for fashion, but Rastafarianism is a religion. Rastafarian might be wearing locks, but might not be wearing the locks, but practice the religion. We are people who don't wear locks, but are Rastafarians. And this is from Mubarak in Tamale. And this person is also Gloria. She says, my view is that he or she can be a Rastafarian and have a good heart. With that, I have no problem. It's the heart that matters, not the personality, is what other people are also saying. And I also have one that is from, okay, this person says that, okay, thank you for your, okay, I'll be reading the messages as they come along. But you can also send us your messages wherever you find yourself this morning. The WhatsApp line is 050-723-7337. Share your opinion with us. Okay, so let's first of all touch on the issue that the person raised about keeping the locks. Before we get to the ganja question, keeping the locks and then being a Rastafarian. Is it always a must to have a Rasta locks on your head?
See, it is very biblical and very Christological to always identify yourself if you want to be a Rastafarian with your locks. What will make somebody call me a Rasta if I don't have locks?
So that's your brand, that's your identity.
That's how you identify yourself, that this is the way of life that you have chosen. And according to the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 5, the Bible says that God told Moses to tell the children of Israel that if anyone wants to separate himself from this world, right, he will leave his hair to grow and concentrate himself to him. It's about repentance, right? So to be a Rastafarian, biblically, you need to leave your locks to let everybody know that you have identified yourself as a Nazarene, to live according to how God has ordered us to live. So it is very, very important that as a Rastafarian, you must have a locks to identify yourself. Other than that, when you're working, nobody will call you Rastafari. We are called Rastafarians because of our identity. So it is very, very important that if you want to be fully Rasta, you need to identify yourself with the locks.
So you said something very important, that if you want to separate yourself from the physical world, you need to have the locks. What is the relationship between hair, keeping it to become locked, and then
we Africans are children under the sun, not like the Caucasians and the children under the moon. You see, the hair is spiritual. On our body, it's only our hair and our nails that if you cut it, will come again. Right? It's very, very important because of the sun. It gives us some kind of communication between we and the Most High. So when you grow your locks, right, it helps you to grow your love, because it always reminds you that you have chosen a way of life which is Nazareth, and it describes somebody who has consecrated himself, that he will walk with God in truth and in righteousness. You see, so it is very, very important that we allow our hair to grow. Like the prophet says, when children are going to secondary school and they are about to complete school, nobody wants to cut his hair. You see, it's very, very important, and it's very part of it, and we need to grow our hair because it will help us a lot.
So that's the reason why you keep the long hair. So how about people who have dread? For instance, I'm planning to lock my hair. I'm wearing a natural hair, and I want to lock my hair. So when I lock my hair, where does that put me?
What we have to notice is that it's not everyone who carries the locks who is a Rastafarian, right? Yes, Rastafarian is a way of life. That if you carry the locks, you have to practice that way of life. But people can love to carry their locks because of faction, you see, and still live. So it's not everybody who carry locks is a Rastafarian. So we have to notice that.
All right. So you can decide to carry the locks
for your own fashion, for your own way of life. But to be a Rastafarian, then you must be a Nazarene, according to the book of Numbers chapter 6, verse 5 downwards, so that you can practice it as a way of life to please Jah.
All right, so keep your views coming in, and my good friend is in the house, Jah Weissman. We're talking about Rastafari. Hey, we shouldn't say that. Rastafari, Selassie I. All right, so we're going for a breather now. We're going for a break. When we get back, the show continues, and keep your opinions coming in. right, good to have you back on the show. In case you just joined us, we're live here at TV Africa, and we're discussing Rastafarianism. My good guest in the house is Ja Weissman, and we're touching on this important subject. Now, let's look at the corporate world. I mean, I still have my question on ganja in my mind.
Okay.
Right, let's look at the corporate world. How some people discriminate against people who have locks. Whether you're a female, you're a Rastafarian, you're not a Rastafarian, whether you're practicing or not. So many people have shared the experience of being denied. What do you think about that?
Conceptually, the word corporate comes from corporation, and virtually it is the basics for civilization. Right? The corporate world is there to bring skillful individuals together so that they can share their knowledge and experience together to work for one another. When we talk about the corporate world, we are talking about the corporate Ghana, and every citizen must be given the right to contribute towards the corporate world. Right? So we should not be discriminated just because we have carried laws. The Constitution of Ghana guarantees us freedom of business, freedom of association, and Ghanaians should see it in that light. You see, it will be a
well,
very
let's take this call first, Ja Weissman. Yeah, hello.
Hello, Sister Awa.
Yes.
Lafia.
Lafia, hello.
Yeah, they.
Alhamdulillah.
You wanna do a program all the time.
So, now good. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Okay, I think we lost that caller. All right, so the phone lines have been activated. You can also be a part of the show this morning, and you can call us on 050 050 750. It's the number. You can call us on 050 750. And the WhatsApp line is also active. 050 723 7337. Please don't call this line. Do not call this line. We have a caller line. Yeah, hello. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for joining us. All right.
And I'm a taxi driver too.
You're a taxi driver. All right. Big ups. Okay, so what do you have for us?
I'll face this kind of problem. Like as a Rasta man driving a taxi, it's not easy.
Okay.
You understand? But sometimes so many people see you as a bad person. You understand? Which is not that. And sometimes if they see me, if they see me, they don't want to come closer. Unless you smile, unless you show some respect before they come to you. So what my brother is saying is right. Understand? You have to smile with them. You have to show some love.
All right.
Or they say that they're right man.
So people don't even want your services as a taxi driver because you are a Rastafarian.
You are a Rastafarian. Which is, I don't know they see you, they criticize you. You understand? They think bad for you at the sport.
So why do you think they think bad for you? What is it about Rastafarians?
Because you carry the laws.
Carrying the laws, okay.
Carry the laws. They think that you're a bad person.
Okay.
So all this time you have to know the true Rasta and who's not true Rasta.
All right. Thank you very much for your time this morning. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right. So give us a call wherever you find yourself and make your contribution as well. We're touching on the corporate world. We have to hang on that and get to what he's saying, that people think that he's a bad person. Have you had that experience?
Well, I don't think like that, and I don't see myself as a bad person. So I don't see people see me as a bad person, because when you come to me, I know how to deal with you.
So it's psychological. You just condition your mind. You don't care what anybody thinks.
That's what Rasta has taught me. It's about my salvation. It's not about what you think about me. You see?
It's about who you are.
It's about me. My life is not in your hands. My life is the hands of God.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I'm Doris.
All right, thank you for joining us. What do you want to tell us?
I sent a text to reach correctly. It should read French correctly.
Okay.
But it didn't. You know, there's a what it that is why everybody people do. They mix up everything.
Please.
All when he says God is the head of Christ. Christ is the head of the man. Man is the head of the woman. So if a woman has long hair, he has a covering. If you want to be, if you don't have a long hair, shape it. If you still try to do Akura, then cover it. That's a one. So I said it's simple for a man to have a long hair. It's a shameful. If that is in Christ, it's shameful for a man to have a long hair. Please, let me read 1 Corinthians. Everything there is correct. There.
All right. 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 Okay, thank you very much. I think I need a Bible in the studio because so that we can do the confirmation in the First Corinthians. You are saying that you believe in the scriptures as well. And she's saying from the scriptures, it says that a man should shave his hair. So if you are practicing the religion which relates to Christianity, you are not expected to wear locks.
I think our mother should ease up herself. and according to the Corinthians, right? Okay. And according to the Bible, after Christ, Paul was the ringleader of the Nazareth. And when the Bible talks about somebody who is a Nazareth, it describes somebody who has leave his hair to grow long. And Paul went to Corinthians, and he was asked. So Paul was dealing with a cultural and traditional issue. I'm not a current, right? The Bible must be contextualized, right? It's not. You're saying that it is a shame. Is it not you people who say it's a shame for a man to hold locks? We will not be saved because of our hair. We will be saved by the love.
So why do you think the scriptures, the same scriptures that you relate to, is saying in 1 Corinthians? I need a Bible in the studio.
You can get a Bible.
So why is it that if you're relating to the scriptures, and scripture says you shouldn't keep
Paul was going to a funeral.
Behaving like
all right, hello.
Jesus Christ was not shaving his head. Look at his pictures, or you can realize that his head grew to an extent that everybody could see. So I don't see why the need for you to cut your hair before you should go to church.
All right.
I think they should allow the hair to grow.
All right. Thank you
I
very much.
also want to say something very critical.
But I don't want to escape the ganja question. Why most Rastafarians take the ganja?
I want to make a point. When we talk about Christianity and salvation, it has nothing to do with moralities. Christianity about who is Christ in your life. What is the value of Christ in your life? Right? That is the most important thing.
But you have to live to reflect what you believe.
That is a way. That is how. It's not about your personality, because nobody will be judged whether because you are Pentecost, you go to Presby or this. We will be judged by
so you think it's right to keep the
It's not about what I think.
Okay, you believe.
It's what it is.
Okay, so that's your reality.
So Paul was going to funeral, and he had to shave his hair because according to the Nazareth vow, when we are going to a dead body, we have to shave. But Paul himself was the ringleader of the Nazareth. And biblically, any Nazareth is someone who have leave his hair to grow. So Paul was addressing a cultural and a traditional issue between the people of Corinth.
So that was why the hair was
so the Bible should always be interpreted within a context of cultural and tradition. That's why I said Christianity came to us from the Western Hemisphere, adopted by the Constantine in 313 BC. So they have infused this to suit their culture and tradition and bring it to
fine. Now let's get to the issue of the ganja. I want to have the answer. Why is it that, don't you think it's part of the reason why a lot of people avoid Rastafarian? Because almost every Rastafarian wants to smoke ganja.
My sister, truly and really, if you want to talk about marijuana, it's attitudinal, right? Even in Ghanaian community, the people who smoke marijuana are more than people who carry locks. And it is not every Rasta man who smokes. You see, what Rasta knows that the herbs were created by God, grown by man, due to its spiritual, economic, and medicinal benefits. So we should look at the benefits of marijuana than smoking marijuana.
All right, so you think it's